All right, in my 70s. Hey, you people told me I look like I'm 70. All right, let's go with that age. Because as for me, I don't even worry about age. Even if I'm 100, as long as I live and speak. As long as I can continue speaking about these atrocities, these lies, these deceptions, these pretense, these failures, I have no problem, guys. I have to keep talking about it because I don't like failure. I like progress, okay? You have a son and you are there hating another person's son. You have a daughter and you are busy hating another person's daughter. What the hell? Welcome to another reaction. It is now 4. I've just come from, I went to see some very close friend from a major hospital, a doctor somewhere, and I'm back. So I'll go on with the banker, right? With my own depression, I have to go on. You get it? So guys, I have been watching. By the way, there's a lot of things to watch out there and comment on. Defrati, thank you so much and welcome to the channel. I really appreciate your presence and support. Thank you this evening. I hope you're doing well and God's support is with you. I also thank you for your support also. I have not forgot yet. All right, so on edutainment for us, we are still keeping it real every day, showing up no matter what. No matter what. The other day, I was just laughing at the comments of Team Marwa and Team DEE MWANGO. They came ballistic about it and they began to drop comments, and I really appreciated that they really believe I'm a hater, that I have a son but I hate Marwa. And I'm like, okay, did I tell you I hate Marwa? But if that is your conclusion, that's your perspective, right? And then somebody came and also said, why can't you make your own content? And I was like, my friend, if you check on my channel and view through all my videos, I've not only been doing content on reaction, I've done some lessons, I've done some reactions on political aspects. I've also done reactions on social aspects of other people, including in Africa at large, Nigeria, those who are in America and all that. So, people, be kind enough to watch all our videos. Don't just watch one, okay? I can see you at least have that interest to watch. So those who are watching one video, then you drop comments to say, you are a hater. Why do you hate somebody so much? I don't hate anybody. But if that is how you think, can I convince you otherwise? I may not. Somebody told me, you are in your 40s and you look like in your 70s. I told them, I even look like I'm in hundreds. You didn't see? You know? So that will not stop me from reaction because that is who I am, okay? Even when it comes to books, currently there are books we are doing in high school. I already am doing a critical analysis on them, so why not? Anibosi, welcome. Thank you so much to the channel. I appreciate your presence and thank you for coming and watching us. Thank you, Anibosi. Thank you, Difrati. I so appreciate your presence here. Okay? And keep sharing the videos, keep liking, and keep also encouraging others to watch us. So, guys, there is a lot actually somebody can talk about, from Devi Jr., from Masubo, from Gintu, from all those people, up to Marwa and all that, okay? I'm very fine, Anibosi. How about you? I hope you're fine. Defrati, I hope you're also doing well. Thank you so much and big up to you. Wagwan, anybody from Jamaica, wagwan to you. I have to keep reacting, okay? Because I started this, why would I stop? And I think I'm good at this. That's what I believe, at least, okay? Anibosi says good too. Thank you. At least the mercy of God is with us. He's keeping us alive and checking on us every day. As I said, I went to work and left work, went to see a doctor. There was just an issue. I wanted some report to use somewhere. Now I am back. Do you know math? Of course. I really scored well in mathematics. I scored a B plus, if you know the scoring of Kenya. I was very good in math, and even my son, I've been helping him a lot in mathematics. Also, my daughter, I've helped a lot in mathematics. So I know some mathematics. I may not be an expert as per now, but I did mathematics at basic level. I did it at elementary level, and have done up to now. No, not at all. My son is still very young. Yeah, is my son a doctor? No. My son is still at school. I hope he will be a doctor or an engineer or somebody big there. But I have a cousin who is a doctor, an orthopedician, and the wife is a pediatrician. So I went to see my cousin who is a doctor in a major referral hospital around here. And I just wanted some records for something, okay? So my son is still young, not cannot be having a career. Yeah, so people are saying I look like I'm 70, so don't worry. When you get such confusion, it's understandable. I am 40, okay? I am just getting to 40 in August. August, around 6th of August, I'll be 40. Yeah. So my son is hardly 14. He joined grade 10. And there is my young girl who is in grade 2. I had a lot of spacing. And I'm thinking of the third last born. If I decide. If I don't decide, I may just have the two. Why not? Okay? So, Goodos, we are into this realistics about dogs. Guys, the reality, when I look at DEE MWANGO from her videos. Oh, Anibosi, you are also around 13, 14. Thank you. Gracias. Gracias. And long live you, Anibosi. Long live you. And be bright enough. Make your parents proud and also do what you like, actually. Yeah, so I appreciate that. So let me check on some things here, because I don't like just talking. I would like showing some stuff. So DEE MWANGO was in a house doing a live stream, and Isaac, the dog, came about. Do you know what she did? She had to actually make a lot of noise to the dog, and then also beat him up at some point anyway. So many subscribers came after her, and they were telling her, please don't do that to the dog. It is inhuman. You know, it's not the first time DEE MWANGO is doing that, is it? It's not. She most times she doesn't like staying around the dogs. And of course, another lady said she was married to a Black African, and of course she doesn't like dogs as such, but the husband does like. And there is a day, Anibosi says, I have to go to my grandfather. Bye. Bye. You are welcome any other day, Anibosi. You are free to watch, okay? Yeah. So we are just analyzing matters. We are not hating, okay? Analyzing matters. Bye, Anibosi. And welcome any other person on the channel. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate. So our sister says, so what next? Now she was doing some stuff here, and the dog, Isaac, started bothering her. Look at this.
We got a very funny dog. I mean, Isaac will try to eat nearly everything. Anyways, hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back. Mama Africa, a passionate world. But now they have to bother me all the time. Isaac, please. this how we're gonna live? Okay, punch. Okay, now I'll stop eating my nuts because it is just too much. Okay, hunch. Hunch it. Okay, sit here. Let's do the live stream. Misha. Yeah, Misha. Look here. Here.
Yes.
Check out. You relax, we do the live stream.
Nico.
You said the superstar. Okay, you behave and then you look at the camera because you're just too much. You know what I mean? Look here, keep quiet. Let's do the live stream. Your daddy needs to be back because it's just too much. You know, you're giving me a work time. I cannot, you know, when I'm not talking, he's laying down, he's chill. The moment I start talking, look here, here, here.
Welcome to Fuvi, the future of visual intelligence.
All right, guys, that is it. So I looked at this aspect. I was like, of course, in the house we have dog lovers. Maybe you should make Dee understand how does she deal with the dog. And so I went to the comment section. Some people are trying to advise her how she can get to survive with the dogs. Somebody told her, Betty Manudu. Betty Manudu says, Dee, please go back and finish your house. No married there. Believe in me. Another one said, Dee, you have been so good to those dogs. You are very patient. Many people would lose their minds. You are a good person. Another one said, go home. This is too much. Go home. This is a miserable situation. Another one said, Dee, keep it up. You must not be bothered about whereabouts of your husbands. I left my husband after 1 month post-marriage for greener pastures, 30 years anniversary and still happy married and enjoying our lives. Another one said, Dee, it's a job. Love dogs. They are true to their owners. I trust a dog than a human being. They will protect you. Another one told her, every content video that you do, you're always boasting about your traveling. You repeat the same thing all the time. I'm trying to show interest in your content because I like you. But sometimes I wonder if you are true to yourself. Hey, boy. Another one said, Team D, your videos, love your videos. God bless you richly. Then the last one I'll read, the person said, D, think for 1 minute. You are a dog. You know nothing about video or YouTube. And you are sitting in a room alone with another person. And the person is talking. You would not think the person is talking to you? Yes. So don't get mad at Isaac. He thinks you are talking to him and is responding the only way he knows. He's still a baby. He loves you because his father loves you. And he is innocent. Be kind to him, please. Okay? So guys, we are distractors. According to Team DEE MWANGO, we are distractors, making a lot of noise. We are naysayers, making a lot of noise. Hating on an innocent, popular traveler, Mama Africa. Okay? Noah Kak Gaming, welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate your presence, and those others who are watching, I appreciate your presence regardless. I don't really mind where you are, maybe in terms of whether you really came to view because you are interested in the topic or whether you just want to check. You are welcome, all of you. Feel free, drop your comments and let's move on, okay? Yeah. So, DEE MWANGO is disturbed by this dog, making a lot of noise around her, fussing about. Now, I just don't understand. I had a friend who recently asked me, can you really get to engage someone who has dogs, a lover of dogs? And personally, I don't think I can. I cannot. One thing that I don't like around me is fur, animal fur. I would actually deal with cows, sheep, pigs, donkeys. You've seen me doing a lot of farm work on pigs, on sheep, on goats, on cows. Yeah? I rear them for commercial purposes. I have geese with me. I have also done turkeys, though currently I don't have turkeys, but I'm planning to reinvest into it. But then, I don't like that close contact whereby an animal will come and jump on me all the time. Now, I think DEE MWANGO has the same situation, but she's just trying so much. For me, any moment I am dating or I used to date, then I realize somebody really is a fan of dogs so much, I wouldn't go ahead because I cannot actually tolerate animals very close to me, like jumping, squeezing themselves around me. I'm not very comfortable with that. But then DEE MWANGO says she's very happy with dogs, especially dogs which are special breeds. But then when it comes to the moment when she's with them alone, she complains because they give her a tough time. So that's why you can see many comments, and I'm not the one saying, because most of you will be saying, I am hating. I am not hating. I'm just doing an analysis, okay? So DEE MWANGO is proving that she loves dogs, but on the other hand, her senses tells her otherwise. When she comes in this video, she tells us she is willing to have Piotr come back from his journey so that he comes and sits around his dogs. She's not comfortable with the pets. She might be comfortable preparing meals in the kitchen, showing us something out there. And I'm just wondering, can't DEE MWANGO go around this Soviet village and show us more? I believe she can, right? Why not? Isn't this village loaded with a lot of stuff that, like, something unique that the world needs to see? I feel like there is. I don't know. And again, I still go back to ask why she did not travel, because actually a lot of people are waiting to see her travel. She is introduced herself to us as a traveler, and we've been watching a lot of where she travels. But when we ask that, she tells us, tell me where I should go. It is now your time. But some of us, we don't have enough or so much money to get into traveling. That's why we are under the lazy gang, sitting and doing content as we are sitting, because we don't have money yet to travel the world. And again, we have formal jobs that are forcing us to be in some place at a given time. So we cannot abandon the jobs and start moving when we are not sure of our tomorrow's income. You get it? Yeah, so let's look at this again.
If you don't behave, I'm going to drop you down so that you go sleep by force. So you'd rather just behave. Okay guys, welcome to today's video. I had to deal with His Excellency Isaac. He's a puppy, so he loves attention so much. He just wanna play. Any little opportunity, he just wanna play, That's what he's all about. When I was not doing the live stream, he was well behaved. But on the live, he's just too much. While growing up, I used to hear people say, if you go abroad and get a job of taking care of dogs, you would make millions of money. I don't know where these stories used to come from. When you grow up in the countryside, you get to hear so many stories. I don't know if they were illusions or whatever, but you could just hear, hey, somebody, so-and-so has gone to abroad. He's taking care of dogs and he's making a lot of money. That's the job that they're doing. But really, I've never come across somebody who works by taking care of dogs, washing them, giving them food, and they make a lot of money. I wonder where these illusions used to come from. Or maybe somebody should tell me if that's a job in any of the countries abroad. Like, oh,
Introducing
what is this?
Super Agents, the world's first
What is this?
AI
Click up.
agents that natively collaborate.
there's a place I want to go. No, I've checked my bucket list of all the places I really wanted to go. Maybe I'm remaining with one and I will go pretty soon. I want to go to Santorini, Greece. I haven't been in Greece yet. So Santorini, I think, is one of the places that I haven't gone and I really want to go. Badly. Yeah. I'm connected. Thank you. Masha, I see you. Thank you so much. Beloved, the fact that you are a very independent person, that you kept your very self so well while it's really, really, really amazing. You know, it's winter and it's your favorite content creator, you know. Employment is a thing. You have to wake up, dress is not that friendly, okay? Early 2026, you know, the first dates, you know, the first 5 dates, you know, so it's amazing. I think we are really open to try just do life with our car, and that is it. We will see. You're such a beautiful angel. Aish. Life. Your career, like what you do, and family, those two things you literally have to balance, you know. There's time for everything. And family, I'm happy for you. All marriages can work. We just have to communicate. Socks with me. You know, I have my socks with me, thick socks. Thank you, guys. You keep cheering me up. We keep going every single day. It's 1 hour. Thank you, guys. 362 people watching. Please hit the like button. As you join, you hit the like button. In Poland. So, I have a gift here. This is meant to be for tomorrow. I'm trying to open it. Wait.
All right, guys. So I'm just watching that video, and it's not actually good to be sarcastic. I saw somebody commenting on JT, telling him that he's sarcastic. Lucy, welcome. But I don't think JT is being sarcastic. On another level, if DEE MWANGO listens to what JT says and takes it positively, she's going to better her game, because currently she's not doing well. Let's be realistic. You know, some people don't want truth. That is the reality about people. You know, people don't want truth. When you look at the DEE MWANGO's videos, the yesterdays and today's, all of them are not doing very well. Even up to now, 18 hours down the line, I know I have very few people watching. So don't compare me to DEE MWANGO, because I am in my 70s. She is in her 20s. She is a popular travel commander. I am not, okay? But she's having 6,462 views on her live stream after 18 hours, okay? So when you look at that and talk about it, it's actually something to engineer her into doing better. But some people don't just want the truth. They'll be like, shut up. You are eating because of her and you are talking. Hey. And I'm like, what are you saying? So you people just believe that when we come here and sit and do a live stream, then that is what feeds us, okay? No worries. Now I want to take you to African Tigress before I take you back again to DEE MWANGO. There is this video that this girl did, and I watched it. African Tigress did a video to show us the floating village in the world, okay? Yeah, she's killing the channel. She is. Granioko. She's killing the channel actually by not traveling. And when people ask about it, she comes sarcastic and asks them, where have I not gone? Which village? It is your time now. You go and we follow you, you know? Those kind of comments, I don't understand. I don't actually understand why she thinks that people should not comment, and yet she's on a public platform. Like personally, if currently I'm on social media, YouTube, I also do a lot of Facebook professional videos and reels and posts. I also do my articles on, you know, on what we call Opera Hub. If people comment on it, how can I stop them from commenting? I can't, because I decided myself to go on the public platform. So they'll comment whether I like it or not. And when they ask a question, I should actually be concerned. Why are they asking? So she's coming out on her live streams to complain about the dogs, about the absence of Piotr. She is also sticking in this village all the time. How is it adding value on her channel? How is it adding value? Because as a content creator, I think somebody has to ask themselves whether whatever they are doing is adding value, instead of just keeping going. And when people ask, they think that you are a hater, you don't like her, you don't feel well for her, you are making money from her, but you are just doing whatever. Anyways, I believe with time, if we can even switch to other people, we can still do it. She kept challenging us, saying, go forth and do it. Recently, I tried DEE MWANGO and demo on Facebook, and people got interested. I have also tried to talk about Maya and also compare that to Marwa. People have been interested. Okay? So, I've seen African Tigress doing a video on the floating village. My goodness, it's just wow. And you would really learn a lot. You know, there are things you learn from, and there are things you just watch and you're just seeing somebody talking, like how she sits with a dog and complains and eats some Polish stuff and complains, and then says Piotr should be coming, and then listens to questions and responds. And then if somebody says you are doing well, she says, wow, thank you so much. Is that really upgrading content? I saw one of the subscribers telling her, no, you are not doing well, go back home, construct the house. Somebody told her, DDD, you're not doing well, you should actually do something else, you know? Grandco says, the video on African Tigress with the floating village, that was awesome. Dee can never do videos like her. Oh, you said it yourself. Yes, ITV as wow. Let me just show you something about this African Tigress. She has 346 subscribers currently. Look at this. Look at this. You know, I was so much mesmerized with this the awesome video here. You know, my goodness, even the sound backing, you know, imagine. See that?
There are no roads here, no cars. Yet, tens of thousands of people live, work, and go to school entirely.
Just look at that.
Water.
My goodness.
This is Ganvie, Africa's floating city in Benin Republic.
Yeah, so guys, when I looked at this, I was like, my goodness, our sister should have gone back to this. Nancy Todd, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, while African Tigress is actually doing what African, you know, our sister calls herself Mama Africa. But the other day I was asking people, why should you call yourself Mama Africa and you've only gone to, I think there were about 7 countries. Recently when she was with Piotr, she testifies that she only remembers to have gone to 7 African nations. Can you imagine? 7. Then Piotr added 2 more, and therefore she said she's gone to 9. 9 African countries, and she calls herself Mama Africa. And when we talk about it, people are like, you are jealous, you hate her, you just don't have anything, you are old and you are comparing yourself to Dee. What have you done? Where is your progress? I'm like, relax. I did not bring myself to compare myself to DEE MWANGO. I'm just talking about what she has failed to do, what she should do. You know, maybe it's helping somebody else who wants to do content of traveling, the kind of traveling content. How many times have I commented on Roca Borrera's videos? I've also commented on Coco Mama. Coco Mama, at some point, she does traveling content, and nobody comes for me. But you talk about DEE MWANGO. My goodness, I don't know what she gave her people. They'll come for you and tell you how old you are. You are looking like 70. I'm like, my goodness, why don't you also remind DEE MWANGO how much she looks like? You only remind me, and I'm not talking about age. I'm not talking about, you know, I'm talking about something she should do. And you as her team, those people who come with those comments, you are her team. What are you doing to add value to her? You don't want to tell her the truth, and therefore she is actually stuck in some mud, and then you just celebrate and tell her, you're doing good, we love you. What is that? Nancy Todd, welcome. Kraiko says, I was glued to my TV, my whole family watched. Yeah. This is a really interesting video, actually, and this is not the only video that African Tigress has done that is outstanding. African Tigress has done so many videos that are quite outstanding. You will actually watch and go back watch. Tell me how many videos of DEE MWANGO will you watch and then want to go back watch, if not to critique. Tell me. Tell me which one, please. I give the challenge to Team DEE MWANGO. Come out and tell me which of the recent videos since last year, January, can you tell me that I have to go back and watch twice or thrice? Nothing. Kraiko says, why couldn't she marry in Kenya, then wait for her papers? She could have still been traveling. Yeah, I feel so. In fact, in Kenya, she would have begun to travel around several places. There are unique places in Kenya. She would have gone to so many places in the interior. She would have even gone to Kakuma. Kakuma itself has content. Garissa has content. I've been there. Marsabit. Nyanza. It is large. She can go to some places just like Rosho used to take her family to Nyanza. There are places she can go to even deep in Nyeri, 14 Falls in Thika. You know, there are those places she could go to while she's in Kenya. Because now this Soviet thing, I am not seeing how much it's adding value to her. Sitting there with dogs, then complaining about them. Subscribers also getting tired, telling her, stop doing what you're doing. Some of the subscribers who are genuine and open to add value. But those who are her team, they'll always fool her. Tell her you are doing the best. You have traveled the world. You are Mama Africa. Mama Africa. Really. So, looking at this video, for those who have not watched African Tigress, this is a real awesome video. A very awesome video, actually. You know? Look at that. Look at that.
When you have the perfect
The advertisement has broken, has had to break down my video. Anyway.
This Gandhi has been in existence since 1770.
Can you imagine?
Welcome to Gambia, Sonne, Venice of Africa. Okay? But
it makes you even want to go to this place, you know?
Is it still working? Is it still functioning?
yeah.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
If you know me, you know that I love water. But being here makes me a little anxious or nervous.
Now we are a lot of people in the Christianity.
Can you imagine all this?
We got this spot right here. Let's check what the bathroom looks like. So right here we have the bathroom. Oh wow. It has a shower. It comes complete with a shower and a bucket, I guess.
You can see that.
The small children go in the back and the eagles fly in the boots.
Gloria, hello. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much. I put the title right there, DEE MWANGO getting rough moments from the damn dogs and subscribers, you know. It's just a reaction. You know, if you look at currently our sister DEE MWANGO from Kenya, Nyabohanse, she's actually playing down her channel. I don't know why. For whatever reason, I don't understand. DEE MWANGO, you have to reclaim your place by doing what is better. Actually, it's good to also learn, but she will always, when people say that, she will always say, I'm doing me. I'm not doing you. I'm like, Learning is a process. It goes on every day, you know. Gloria, you're saying shh. Yeah, Kraiko, that tour guide was awesome also, you know, giving a lot of information that was educative, something that actually makes me want to even go to Benin. Currently, I feel like I should go to that Benin and visit the floating village, you know. But for DEE MWANGO, my goodness, she's always there stuck in the village in Poland telling us about the only best woman in the world I've found. My mother-in-law is the best. My mother-in-law is the best. I'm like, what? Did you compare your mother and mother-in-law? Anyway, I understand maybe the childhood trauma can make you say your mother-in-law is the best. But wait until you mess up with the son. That's when you'll know they are not the best. They'll stand with their sons and leave you alone. You will be surprised. They'll stand with their sons and leave you alone. Since when did mothers become the best? Of course, we have good mothers-in-laws, but being the best of the best, like they can stand you even during trouble time and sacrifice their sons, that can't happen. It will not happen. It will not happen. Gloria says she's doing house material things. Like cooking every day, you have to cook. You have to force yourself to cook so much. Chapatis every day, chicken every day. If I've cooked chicken today and then I cook on Tuesday, should I really show the same video? I don't think so. Unless today I've deep fried chicken, then on Tuesday I maybe boil chicken, then on Thursday I do some other cooking, you know. If you are doing cooking stuff, then show us variety of method. But she is always cooking in the same way. Then she is always doing some things which are almost similar. Then that doesn't actually prove anything. Gloria is saying village girl indeed. She's trying to prove a point to reactors. Which point? That she's happy? She's proving that she's happy. Let's just go back to her because she did another video just the same yesterday. What is she proving? That she's happy as a married woman, that she has now to cook for her husband. I don't get it, because for me personally, I've never had to sacrifice for a husband actually. And of course I'm married, but I've never had to sacrifice. Like you tell people my morning routine, my evening routine, my afternoon routine, as if you are in different places. So she's now showing us here. The other day she said she's with her Polish in-law speaking only Poland. And I was like, no worry. You can even speak Arabic if you want, you know. So in this video, she showed us that speaking Polish language alone, they decided not to talk to us in another language. And she said, hard day in the village. I was like, which hard day? Wife material. Oh, so wife material who can stay even behind wooden places. Then there is the entire thing of all this weather, the cold weather. So we see this and people are like, what is happening? I don't want to play that music.
Good morning, guys. Guys, look at how this kajembe looks like. So in Kenya or in Africa, we have these tools and equipment, farm tools, and we call them jembe. But this is
Don't close the door, Teresa.
And that's how they're built. It's not like it's going. The first time I saw it, was like, whoa. Okay, guys, we are outside. For sure, I feel bad for this Audi. Feels the cold. Huh? If
How are you?
somebody back home was given this, would be very grateful. But here the cold is just enjoying it.
Enda ufanye uoge, nikuwekee maji.
Oh, Misha. As I bring the potatoes that you love. Okay, guys, we have potatoes here boiled. Food for the chicken. Okay.
Hey, Gloria, are you feeling, you are saying you are feeling what? Gloria is saying that nowadays is all about, we are suffering. Don't suffer. Don't suffer, relax, okay? Don't suffer. The uncle was showing her what to do, how to feed the chicken. And yet she's now the one feeding recently. She said she has to do that because she normally gets free chicken. And then now the sweet potatoes that were eaten in Kenya have become food for chicken. And I'm like, you have moved the script, okay? Gloria says she even stopped building her empire. Did she sell it to buy a new one in Poland? Maybe she will sell with time, but I saw Marwa going to that place recently. I think it's the last 2 days video. Marwa went to the construction site for DEE MWANGO and said they are collecting material. They are now collecting sand. They are going to collect the ballast, and then they'll collect also cement and continue constructing. And I'm like, oh, why is this a go-slow? Is it that she's lacking interest again now that she said she's a married woman and she's going to pay more attention in Poland than here? There is a day I remember she complained about the mother letting her fuel the vehicle when they are the ones using, that they are supposed to be the ones to maintain. So I think at that point she feels like my home more is in Poland. And I think she said in that video, when people are asking her, when will you travel to Nyabohanse? She told them she doesn't have a baby to breastfeed in Nyabohanse. So she will not be going back anytime soon. It's not urgent. So she will stick in Poland because now she's a married woman. She's now a married woman. But then, again, I saw on the archives by Marwa. Marwa has posted archives indicating that her sister is going to have a wedding in Kenya soon. So those informations are contradicting. I don't know, for whatever reason. There is a contradiction between what DEE MWANGO said and what David Jr. was planning and what the mother was planning. In fact, David Jr. at some point were preparing material for the wedding of DEE MWANGO. Then DEE MWANGO was asked by somebody on a live stream and said, no, I don't have any wedding plans and I'm not going to Kenya anyway. And I was like, I'm confused. What is happening? Yeah? Lucy, what are you saying? Lucy is saying she has become lazy. Oh. Some people began even to talk about the fact that maybe she is in a motherly way, I don't know. But then she has become a reactor to some point because she sits there, then reacts to what people said yesterday. I think she goes watching JT or OT or any other reactor. Then when she comes on the live stream, she already knows that she'll talk about that. Even in her videos, she sits down on her bed, then begins to talk about some things that reactors talked about, responding to them. So she has just become part of the lazy gang anyways. But she will not admit it. She will have to pretend that she's still very serious, making content. She has no plans to travel because she's collecting money for her construction. She's also taking care of Concrat's mom. She said that the other day, that some of her money she sends to Concrat's mom to take care of herself. Then some percent she takes care of her own budgeting, though Piotr does almost everything. I was like, when he does everything, on the other side you are saying you don't even have a coin. What exactly are you talking about? So there is this. We are being shown the routine, how she's actually now speaking Polish to the in-laws. And her team says, yes, very soon she'll be speaking Polish language. I was like, of course, because she's among people who don't speak English, she will be learning that, just like she has transformed from not eating bread to bread. She has transformed from eating, sweet potatoes to eating eggs, and so many other things have changed in her. If you really are keen, you've seen a lot of change in her decisions, some of which I think are not beneficial to her channel at all. Like some people are complaining on her channel telling her, why are you preparing eggs in all the videos? At least prepare some other meals. Change, even if it's eggs, you can actually prepare cakes with eggs. You can prepare something else with eggs. You don't have to prepare eggs, and fried eggs every now and then you expect people to watch. So people are telling her, but I don't know whether she's paying attention. Maybe her team can speak, but I don't know how they'll speak because they always don't want to look controversial. Those reactors who also call themselves Team D, they don't want to say the truth. They just want to, it is said, they call it when you are dealing with ego and you are trying so much to make somebody's ego just be what it is. How? Really? Kranko says she had chicken in Kenya, lots of eggs, and she didn't cook eggs like that. I used to wonder what they did with the eggs. Don't see them cooking and eating them. Yeah, that's why I told you everything has transformed because Piotr loves eggs, so eggs must be cooked every day. And because she's transforming into Polish woman, she has to do that, exactly. Gloria just laughed. Grandco says that's how she's getting her content. Now watching reactors, then she reacts. Yes, she's actually have adopted to what reactors do. The way we watch people and then react. She's now watching reactors and now responding. But she'll pretend I don't watch those naysayers. I don't watch. All right, my phone was almost going off before I decided to put on power. That's why you saw me disappear a little bit, but I'm still here. I'm still here until I finish my 60 minutes. So here we are in the chicken coop. Okay.
Look who wants to come in. Alright guys, right now it's time for me to get wood and do heating. One of the things I love about the countryside life is the fact that you can cut on the expenditure costs. That's the same plan that I have back home. I want to live completely off grid. Once my villa is complete, I want it to, to be off grid lifestyle. And I can't wait to show you guys. So you must know how to cut electricity bills and all that. Actually, you can Google this. Poland has one of the highest electrical bills. Google that. So living in the countryside, unlike the city life, you have an option to do heating with wood, and that will help you cut the cost of electricity.
Okay. So is that why you love Poland village? The Poland village itself, still she complains, she tells us things are not as cheap. But she still comes again and says the village cuts down on the costs. She still says that Kenya is a bit cheap and she will be finishing on a villa back in Kenya and considering countryside life. So it's a whole mixture actually. You can't understand where exactly she is going and coming from. Because the other day she says she's now a Poland woman. So she has no debt, no child to breastfeed in Kenya. Then she comes here and says, I am looking forward to finishing my villa and going back to Kenya where life is cheap. What is what? Which one is which? Okay? So she had to come here and split firewood. Right here. T, I want you to bathe. What are you moving around for? Kuna maji yamechemka. Go bathe. Enda uoge. Okay? Go and bathe.
Good morning. Today the video starts like this. Sorry though, but this is what I'm doing. Guess who is here? Okay. You need to do better. Late and late.
Toa nini ukaoge?
With literally everything. I love the slow life, slow mornings. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of the city life. Everybody has their preferences, and my preference is country life. So if you love countryside lifestyle, yes, this is also the best place to be. And also travel videos worldwide.
Yeah, so she tells us she loves country life. But then, back in Kenya, if we recall, all the moments that we saw her sitting in the village, it was only when she started constructing the villa. Or else, the rest of the time, she was always in Mombasa, maybe somewhere in Nairobi, and somewhere, and she told us also she loves the coast a lot. So I am mixed up. That's where I raise questions and people are like, why are you asking? But then my curiosity cannot stop me from asking such questions, because what a mixture is this? What exactly does she love? Does she love the countryside, the coastal, the town life, or urban life? The other day, of course, we saw her saying she's very lonely in the village and had to actually get into the mother-in-law's car and get to the townhouse, Then another day back here. Let's see this.
A little bit longer to burn.
T, sutoa nguo uende uoge. Nimefikiria Annabella ataingia hata nimtume anunue kitu nikule. Nasikia njaa lakini sina. Huwezi enda na uniform.
This reminds me of Outdoor Boys. He starts his YouTube channel with the intro, and then he's hitting on a piece of wood like. Oh, how interesting! I don't know if you guys watch Outdoor Boys. I watch his videos. So I got an X. X. Okay, I got it. So let's do this. I don't know if we're gonna manage or it's too tough, but let's try. Oops, so hard. Oh, it's not what I thought.
My goodness, I just looked at this and I laughed. Why? Because the other day, I think I heard something about me. I cannot do this. What I'll do, I'll actually put people to do. That's exactly what she said when back in the village, there was some task people were doing and she said, she's not a tough and independent lady. What she can do is to engage people in such tasks because she loves soft life. I remember she loves soft life. That's what she said, right? Life. Somebody has come here. Mohammed. Mohammed used to say, I pity the fool. Sisi Savod, I just stayed watching the. Has she always did this type of labor back in Kenya? Where? She has never been doing such tough jobs, never. Actually, when you look at her home, people have been working all through. In her compound, that's Condat's home and Konk Mom's home, we have a lot of workers, both those who just come for a short period and end, and those who come permanent. I don't know whether she's changing her niche or whether she's adopting. There is this lady known as Nafula. Her other name is what? There is a lady known as Nafula. She stays in Germany. She's always on Facebook Professional. I don't know whether she's trying to follow that. I'm not just sure, because all along, if you watch all her videos, she has always said she wants soft life. And she has always said she is not an independent, tough woman. And that she cannot do tough jobs. All she can do is a soft landing. She can pay people to do that. So when I saw her breaking her back, personally, I do timber selling and I cannot break such a large piece of wood. I can break smaller ones, but not this big one. But when she comes out to conduct these tough jobs, I don't know whether she's trying to change the niche or maybe drive that attention of a Poland wife from Kenya doing what she can do in the countryside. I don't understand. You know, I'm just trying so much to try and understand why she's doing this, but I can't get it, because why would you go splitting firewood, going to feed chicken, going to clean the dirt in the coo, you know, feeding dogs all over the place, cooking left and right, something she has never been doing. Actually, she has not been doing this in Kenya. She has not. You can go back to her videos and watch. You will not see that. She just started it in Poland. What for? Is it maybe a way to show she's committed? I don't understand. And maybe a way to always keep reminding people that she's there and she loves her life, because reactors have been actually trying to bash her, reminding her that this is not her life. That all she said, you know, all along, she kept saying she'll marry somebody who is a great content creator like Maya. She will not marry somebody who is starting content. Unfortunately, she ended up with Piotr, who has not even done content. She's the one who has made him start. She also kept telling us that she's going to marry somebody with a Lamborghini. And so recently I saw somebody asking her, where's the Lamborghini? And on her live stream, she said, it is in the backyard. It is in the backyard. What do you want me to say? Yeah, it's in the backyard. I was like, relax. Relax. When we don't brag about these things, people will not ask us. But when I come here and start bragging about things, people will prove me wrong. They'll tell me, show us. They'll also even look at the current vehicle and tell me, what is that, you know? But if I don't brag about it, there are no high expectations. So DEE MWANGO used to actually brag a lot about the kind of man she'll marry, that man should never be an upcoming content creator. It should be somebody who is up there, like the brother that is. She also used to say that man should have a Lamborghini, and that man should also pay at least 20 cows, 20 heads of cows on her. That's what she used to say. All right? So that's why people are asking her a lot of questions, reactors bashing her, reminding her. Some subscribers also are doing that, and she really feels so bad about it. But why did she say it? She can also retract and say that, yeah, I did say this, but I've gone for this because of this. I don't know. So Simon is saying she needs a Polish passport. Of course she needs it. We understand. Count your blessings. Oh, we are waiting to see on 14th. She said Valentine Piotr is taking her to a very unique place. She can't wait. She can't wait, you know. I hope our sister here, Glory, is not still suffering. Don't suffer. Lucy, you are saying at Sisi in Kenya and the countries she goes to, she mainly does travel and outdoor cooking videos. But then here, is she doing outdoor cooking? She's no longer doing outdoor cooking. She said now that she's a wife, her ultimate duty is to cook for the family. You know, she has to cook for the family from indoors, not outdoors anymore. And that is why you can see every video she does, there must be cooking at some point. She has to show us maybe the chicken coup for the Vu is uncle. She has to show us some snow. She has to show us the Isaac and the other dog. But she's not comfortable with them, because you saw the other video, the way she was complaining a lot about the dog and saying it's not comfortable with her. And I was like, but you saw this man loved dogs from the time you were in Mombasa, and you still went ahead and followed to Poland to go sit around with dogs on a chair. It's unfortunate anyway. I can't stand that. Dogs all over the place, fur all over the place. That's just too much. And also dogs barking and all that. I'm sorry for the dog lovers. I know there are people watching, maybe you love dogs. That's a different case. But personally, I don't actually feel like, if you don't love dogs, you shouldn't be closer to a person who loves dogs and then complain all along. Just one day or two you're complaining, yet you're saying, I'm comfortable here. You know, it doesn't make sense at all. Granny Co says she did what she always does to dogs. She treats those dogs at her mom really bad. Push them with her foot and hands. Those dogs must have had hungry, and she ignored them. They used to hugging and rubbings. Yeah, Piotr is a dog lover. He pampers the dogs. He normally takes them for a walk, makes them comfortable. And even when he's sitting on the chair, he'll make sure the dog sits in between. Very comfortable. He touches them all the time. So when they remain with her, of course, they'll demand the same. And when she doesn't provide it, that's why they'll be barking around. So unfortunately, she will feel like she has to shout to them and make them go and, drop them. She even threatened Isaac and said, I'll drop you on the floor so that you go away. I was like, come on. Are you seeing what your subscribers are telling you? They are telling you, if you do this, you may cause a problem between you and Piotr, because he's a dog lover and you knew about it. And you said you love dogs too. You even had to raise mat, and all that had to happen. But anyway, how I wish our sister would just go back to traveling. As far as she doesn't like when people remind her, I think the content that used to slap with her a lot was traveling content. And if she can only go back to traveling content,
Nothing works faster.
It will do so well because people have been waiting for so long. Whenever she mentioned the word travel, people are excited. You'll see those comments, people saying, we can't wait. Now she has mentioned in this video that she's going to Greece anytime soon. Okay, very soon she'll be going to Greece. And I know once she does that, she'll play psychology on the people and keep them waiting. But anyway, let's come back to this. Let's come back to this video by Tigress, African Tigress. It was so amazing. I can't stop going back and watching. And our time is almost up, so I'm going just for 2 minutes or 3. Maybe unless you have a question, you can drop your comments. And keep supporting me, guys. I'm still growing, struggling, but all the same. All the same, I have to stand the labels of hatred, naysayer, and all that. Yeah.
People go in the back and the crocodile swim and they cross them here.
So you want to
Kwani
you
huku
want to
jala?
make us believe that people rode on
Na
the
hiyo
back of the
nywele
crocodile to get
nilikwambia
here.
nini?
The children and the back of it.
Alafu hiyo nguo
There's an
umefanya
eagle
nini?
over there. Is that an eagle?
Utaenda kufua tu saa hii.
What eagle?
That statue.
No, this statue, it is a different. It is a symbol of Gambia. This bird, it is a dove. It is not a eagle. Okay, it is a dove. And this dove is like canoe. And then we have two fishermen.
Okay.
One get the wood to push the canoe, and the second one get the net.
Okay.
And then you will see in the under of the bird, in the canoe, it is a fish.
Oh,
And this statue means with the fish.
okay.
It is a means.
Oh. So I'm moving, getting busy.
Do you want to buy tomato?
Ask if they have banana.
No, she. Miro, akwekwe.
Banana.
Akwekwe. Meko akwekwe.
Oh, they're selling firewood. Wow, so behind me is the floating market. They are selling all kinds of stuff. They have firewood, they have tomato, they have paper, they have plantain, everything. Everything that you'll need, oil, they have oil, everything that you'll need in the market, you're gonna get it. They have rice.
Alright guys, so if I had to recommend the video to be watched, I would actually recommend that people watch this real life inside largest floating world. And we have a book called An Artist of the Floating World, though they don't have any similarity with this video. But every time you watch this, then you'll be interested in also reading that book. A book written by Kazuo Ishiguro. I told you I really read a lot of books and do a lot of analysis. So no wonder I'm telling you to read that book. But at the same time, I really encourage people to watch this video. This is real life inside the largest floating village world. It's so interesting. And I know with time it will have a lot of views. Just like Maya and Trudy are actually breaking the internet with their videos that are very smart. So, DEE MWANGO should actually use her drone. She should use her drone. She should go back to traveling. And she should focus, you know. But I don't know. I don't know what is stopping her. I can't understand the mathematics behind that. But anyway, I'm so glad you people, you gave me so many likes for the day. 9 likes are a lot for me. Why not? I can't lie, okay? And I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your comments. You have kept my channel active with a lot of comments dropped. Annie Bossy has just come back, but I'm finishing, baby. And Cranco says she did what she always does. Oh, I had read that comment. Crano says, say it in Polish. D, the dogs will understand. Po, Matt, is that word called mad heart with hardy any food, of course. I saw the other day Marwa complaining that that guy is not working. I don't know whether that's real. He didn't really focus much on that, but he just said something like that guy working at DEE MWANGO's site is negligent. I don't know whether that is real. And he both says, I'm back. Thank you. but we are almost ending. Annie Bossy says, oh, okay. And Grano says, lots of dogs here all around the house. She lied. She doesn't like them on her. Yeah, she said she likes, but I don't think she does. There is a time she complained a lot about this, the mother's dog. The mother's dog has jumped on her and messed up her top. She made a lot of noise. And she even said she did some video just to focus on the dog and make people believe that she was actually having an issue with somebody, but when it was a dog. She has also did a lot of complaints on Matt sometimes. So I don't understand why she still would wish to have, but she has him already. She said she's now a wife. She's tied to him, and one man, one woman in Poland. Okay? Gloria, where did you go? But anyway, it is what it is. I really appreciate your presence. I'm going to rest for some minutes, then come back with a political reaction because this is what I have to do. Bye-bye for now. Thank you.